Oh, the clapping is for you to synchronize different cameras.
Yeah. You didn't know?
Oh, I didn't know.
You thought it was like some
Like, for
ritual
me,
or something.
I thought it was just some tradition. They need to clap something and then. Yeah.
No, you see, the word clap is now useful now.
Yeah. Not the way we misuse it.
Me too.
Let me tell you, I was coming out. You guys get drunk on Thursday.
Thursdays. Yeah.
So one day I was coming. I usually have a class at 5, Tuesday and Thursday. So Tuesday one, I like to miss it most of the time. So Thursday I'm coming out 7. I met 2 girls. We share another class.
Yeah.
Hey, how are you and stuff. So I was trying to mean this girl you're with is like she has drunk. I said, bro. I told the other girl, this girl is club. So for her, in her mind, it means like she's ugly as.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
So she was upset.
Club.
For me, it can be anything, bro.
Clap is not a good word.
So for
The good one is clapping. When it's like, what do you mean? See, that's a normal term.
We just clap. Clap.
No.
Yeah. So the girl I told this girl, yo, Joy, the girl you're with. And the girl was like, who's clap? Me. I'm like, yo.
Yeah, so.
I'm like, yo, calm down. Hey.
Wait, I didn't mean that.
I
didn't mean that.
So that's the time I understood you're misusing this word, man.
Yeah.
But generally the term clap, it's just clapping, right? It's not like that. It's only that to me, but yeah, your term. Like, you know what I mean? Like, to me.
But I think a word is as good as the term. A word is as good as the meaning.
The meaning of, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think, let's say any word we might be using right now, it doesn't mean the same thing everywhere.
Yeah.
So the syllables or the phonetic we are using is just to mean the meaning.
Yeah, like when we're in high school, the word I can't even say G. Is it G or J? G-A-Y. You know, it means G-A-Y, bro.
G-A-Y. I don't know G-A-Y, bro.
Okay, what did you J.
No, J.
Oh,
okay. I can't even say that's how
I'm like
homophobic. But it means what? It means happy.
Yeah,
you go around say
in
the dictionary. In the dictionary. So can you go say, I'm so
or even in French.
In French.
It means being happy.
You see? But you can't go around and say, oh my God, I'm so. Yeah, you can't go saying that. You see, so our word is as good as, I think, yeah.
But let me ask you, from the word go, the term gay was meaning happy. So it's people who came
and I think
hijacked it and used it for their purposes and all that.
Yeah.
So
I think it's because the gay guys were very yeah. You get they are very I'm so gay.
Yeah, for sure. Then they just
meaning then it started long time ago. Because that word is very age. It's a kitambo word.
Oh, really?
It didn't start the other day. That name. It's very ile English ya kitambo. Ile English ya kitambo. So meaning hawa kichukua hiyo jina probably even in the 80s, bro.
Yeah, they were using that term. Okay, that's interesting.
Always used to, I'm very jolly. So that's how they used to talk the Kitambo guys.
Yeah. Sasa Donnell to introduce the show.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Reset Podcast. And today we have an interesting topic. Today we're talking about manhood. Disclaimer, in this podcast, we only share our perspectives and what we've been able to understand from the Word of God. From the Word of God. So, yeah, I hope you'll get a few insights and, it will bless you and your life is gonna change from these conversations we're having. So yeah. On my right, I have,
Linford.
and on my left, I have
Emmanuel.
Karibuni sana.
It's gonna be what? I'm not trying out after jina yasemanga monthly.
A happy day.
It's gonna be a man cave one.
Man cave.
Yeah, it's like silhouettes cause 3 men and all that, like a man.
Yeah, I think we've had this a lot. Like I think we've hosted girls like what, twice?
Oh yeah.
Natalie and Betsalina.
Natalie and Betsalina, yeah, by the way. Yeah.
And dudes also twice, Jeremy and...
No, Jeremy didn't shoot.
Oh, damn.
Jeremy just came in, akatest
Didn't
equipment, alafu baadaye nikatoka. We didn't shoot any.
That's crazy. And now we have Emmanuel.
Manuel, our
Yes,
first
sir.
guest actually, our first male guest.
Oh,
Emmanuel, you just relax. This, as we just do.
Yeah, he told me we went eat during the podcast or what.
Yeah, in this podcast, we sometimes even work out.
Oh, good. Yeah, man. So, Manu, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks, sir.
I don't know why today nasikia. How can I say it? It's like I'm coming shy or something. I don't know.
Oh, but I think this thing will just pass. I am.
Yeah, for sure.
Really, you guys are camera shy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I know why you're camera shy.
Why?
Healing, man. So,
Oh yeah, but they are man.
so feeling like everything wants to fight
Everything
you.
wants to fight. Yeah, it's like I'm criticizing even myself.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, man. And is that
But you're healed in
What
Jesus'
do?
name.
You know, that's a story from another day.
Yeah.
Not good to live by, and that's it.
Now all of this will be in the podcast.
Yeah.
Bro.
Even what you just said.
No, I think you will cut.
No.
Never cut. Even
Never
when they
cut.
cut, they have something.
Everything is going.
Okay.
Yeah, but I guess it's healing. Cause there's this one time I was out with my friend. So I just went on ahead and I guess we were taking a picture. So he took a good picture, but it's like I was criticizing it. I'm like, no, you're not looking good. You need an, so I never realized that, truth be told, like heartbreak really hits that hard. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's crazy. Once when I guess some type of language is used and all that, so it kind of gets you hurt. You know what I mean? But anyways, so Manu, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks, man.
Let's talk about masculinity as a perspective. That was the topic, right?
Yeah.
Masculinity as a perspective.
Yeah.
But even talking about healing, man, for me, I know that's something you're running away from right now. Like, nah.
But I love the way you're talking about it, man. Because even as men, now it has been seen as if like you have to act like nothing is really affecting you.
Yeah, that's true.
I love the way you're talking about it. This is as well being a man. You see, this is literally what we are going to talk about. That being a man doesn't really mean like you will act like you don't have any feeling. Or you'll act like, the gangster vibe and stuff.
Yeah, it's like
Nothing. No, bro. You still can be a man and still can open out.
completely.
Yeah.
And it's okay not to be okay,
Yeah.
But the problem is, us men don't give each other that space to be open to one another. Manu, you never find yourself sitting and asking a guy you don't even know, hey, how are you doing, man? Or talking about something you're going through. Why am I saying that? I'm not saying it out of nini. Yeah, you can listen to it, iskize.
I'm just adding the volume. Yeah.
Oh, so, yeah, you're using the Zoom.
Yeah, amazing. So
Yeah, so Manu, I was saying, there's one time I went to a friend's office and we're chilling at the counter for the cafeteria. And while we were chilling there, I was ordering my thing, and then some guy came and was standing there and was like, hey, what are you taking? I told him. He was like, yeah, I would want the same. So as we were just chatting, I was talking a lot, by the guy opened up and he told me, I just proposed the other day. and I left employment. It's like, hey, how's that? It's like, man, it's stressful, but I know it's gonna work out. And we just started talking. And I remember telling him, it's so rare.
Yeah.
No, in fact, he's the one who told me. He was like, hey, so it's so funny how we don't know each other, but we just had like a full-on conversation.
Yeah.
So he was like, hey, send me, like, give me your number and then we can chat later.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't, like, talk to the guy again, but ndamtafuta too. But it opened my eyes towards the fact that as men, we don't talk to each other a lot. Where you're just sitting and you're saying, hey, this is happening and this is what I'm feeling about that. But I wanted to talk about this part. I didn't want us to leave it aside, Manu. That part of healing. For me, I've experienced that side where you're heartbroken by someone and it touches your identity and makes you have low self-esteem. And honestly, I think a lot of men, young men, that transition between being a child to a young adult, they get, especially now, especially in this culture that we're in, where watoto, girls and boys are not like separated, ata in church. Like kitambo, their parents used to say, wasichana wako hii side, you can't be seen walking with a girl. Holding a girl's hand was a violation. You know, you can only hold a girl's hand when you're like in your late 20s. So I'm here thinking, at this time and age where young boys are being exposed to young girls, and at the same time, they're still trying to understand themselves to get their identity. Who am I as a man?
Yeah.
Some of them are raised by single parents, and some of them are raised in households where there is no that family unity. So you find this young man, once he gets a young girl, who this girl amekuwa akipata perspective ya life from the social media and from that culture, pop culture.
Yeah.
You know, you can't be dating a broke man. You can't be doing this and that. And it's just a young man, like every young man in Kenya. I want you to picture that, trying to make it in life. By the time anapatana na msichana, this girl is not even anything also as well. She just knows that as she's been growing, she has a big butt that everyone is saying, hey, you have a big butt, you have nice boobs, you know, and she's now feeling all, you know, like, yeah, period. I can, you know, yeah, I can get, I'm the price.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know, I'm the price. And she's going to this young man. She's like, may I have the boobs and the teeth that you want, but you don't have the money that I want. So by the time they're beginning to dating and all, the man is trying to know himself as well as the young lady, they end up breaking for one reason or another, breaking up. Probably the girl finds a better guy. She's in first year, she gets a third year or a fourth year, you know, get someone who's richer, someone who's more, you know, elegant or whatever. And she's like, this man doesn't. Someone who compliments her more. Maybe the guy doesn't know how to communicate, but he loves this girl with all his heart. And there's this player who knows how to communicate, you know, and she's like, hey, this guy bought me flowers, what does even this guy do for me, you know?
Yeah.
So you find by the time this relationship is ending, and I'm talking about the first relationship a lot of guys have, that first relationship changes men a lot. Young men change from that first.
Yes, it's usually a defining moment, because it's at that point that you're like, you might go on ahead and just find like, what is it called? Like, that's where many men now start even being players. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, because it's like during that heartbreak period, what usually happens is it's like you're mad. So it's like it's like you're hurting yourself, but again, you want to show the other party that, you know, I can have anyone I want. But in the moment of you going on ahead and having this one, in your mind, you feel as if it's in your mind, it's like you want to hurt them.
Yeah.
But in real sense, you're hurting you. You know what I mean? So by the time you're realizing, by the I'm hurting me, you're already so much deep into it. To the point where by now, you're like, I don't know how now to get to this person.
I mean, Manu, don't get us wrong, honestly.
Yeah.
This subject can be, they're talking about the old thing, relationship, sex, whatever. But honestly, look at the trajectory that a lot of young men take. A majority. It is, I finished school or whatever, high school, or I was in high school. Some of them, by the way, it starts as early as even primary. I met a girl, I fell in love, or I thought I fell in love, or by the time I'm relating to this girl, there's a definition of how relating to women was brought to me. It was brought that, hey, women are materials. When you get her, you clap her. You know what I mean? It's been twisted because your friends are like, I'm with this Shori Angie and this one. So relationship with the opposite gender really affects a lot of how our young men view and perceive life, so that now you find immediately that first heartbreak happened, relationship happened, he entered genuinely, or he never even had a first amazing relationship. Already his brain has been wired to revolve around women a certain way, breaking women. And then guess what? He ends up now falling in love. And he and when he falls in love, this guy who's been playing women, he's never known how to be friends with a woman. When he falls in love, now that woman, and anamchezea chafu the way he's been playing. And he's like, kumbe, this is what I've been doing. I never thought I'm the one this can happen to. And then you realize a good number of men change and either take a fight or flight.
Oh yeah.
It's in psychology. Yeah. So you realize
fight, flight, or freeze, right?
Or I don't know about freeze, but probably, and freeze. Yeah. So you find
freeze can now come in when, like, maybe a lady has made a move, then you're like freezing. You don't know what to do or something.
Yeah, even in the relationship where you find you're relating with your girl, but anytime she can't be in your control, because a good number of men are narcissists, my perspective. But the narcissism is in levels, So you find
also a bunch of ladies
also narcissist,
and it's so hidden.
Yeah. Until now you're locked in, like you're
like, bro.
When she knows, especially once she knows this guy is not going anywhere. You're done.
But before we delve into that, I'd like to give this opportunity, at least for Manu, to introduce himself.
Oh yeah,
talk to us.
That's a story. Remember.
We were talking about like that bit of fight, flight, like
and free.
Man, don't forget that, man. That's deep.
I'm gonna put
that's deep.
Yes, Manu.
Talk to us.
What do you want to know? Or what should I say?
I would personally,
our young audience.
Yeah.
We have an amazing audience.
It's only like on YouTube with like 70 subs.
We have amazing audience who share our stuff. Amazing. So they're young, but they enjoy us just getting to talk. Yeah, so get to talk to them. Get them to introduce yourself.
Actually, just to give you an outline. I guess Akimanzi. I'm saying this, then I'm jumping onto you, Mano. I guess I was doing that research, and it said the fundamental requirement of a man is to first have a relationship with God.
Oh.
So kule pause to kwa fight flight.
Yeah.
Like
that's
Manu.
That's the
So because it is from this fundamental requirement of having a relationship with God that now responsibilities now flow.
Ooh.
Responsibility of self-control, responsibility of provision.
Wow.
Because we don't know what that means. We can only learn that from. Yeah. It's like we never knew what love was up until Christ came. You know what I mean? Yeah. But anyways, aside from that, Manu, there's usually this perspective. I would like to ask for you to give a bit of context to who Manu is.
Okay.
A bit of history. Because I always find the one major mistake that we actually usually make as human beings, we only relate to an individual based off of now. We rarely care on, like on how has the journey been. There's no Donnell without
A past.
past.
True, yeah.
You know what I mean? And oftentimes we also kind of sort of go on ahead and make mistakes because we can, I don't know how I can say it. It's like you'll be missing a whole lot. It's like, let's say for example, I come, I see Donnell. Oh my God, Donnell, you're looking good. I want to be like Donnell. You saying you want to be like Donnell, you're actually talking about it in the morning. You saying that you want to be like Donnell. It's also you signing up for the journey that Donnell has been
It's true.
through, So I'd like you to just give us a short background on Mano.
Okay. That's a good one. I think. Okay, where should I start? From birth, from family background?
What do you feel like?
Yeah.
This is essential to know.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm from Burundi. I'm Emmanuel Ndabashinze. Ndabashinze is the name of my dad. It means rooted. So I was born in Senegal. That's where my parents met. Like they were all studying uni there. They met there, and then we were born there. Then came to Burundi when I was 9, and then grew up there. But now my journey has been a bit long. A lot of things that happened.
Yeah.
And then I think this topic is very important because should we wait for you? We just flow. Or your podcast, you mean?
Yeah.
But listen. So the thing is this topic for me means a lot because I really, growing up, I had a struggle with relating with my dad. Yeah. I had a big struggle relating with my dad.
Yeah.
And then as well, like, some issues in the family.
Yeah.
So what happened is that we grew up in Senegal.
Yeah.
Then after that, my parents decided that we have to go back to our country of origin, Burundi, so that we know the language. Like, I thought I was Senegalese being young.
Yeah.
You see.
Yeah.
So as we fly back to our country, but my dad has a good job there. So he stayed there, right? And so once we flew back, I was like, first went to Burundi, I was like 4. Stayed there 4 years, went back to Senegal for 1 year but then in the meantime, it was like the connection with my dad just got lost. So he would come once a year to see us in Burundi. We'll have some calls, yeah, but then the connection will get.
Yeah.
There was no much connection. So it's not at this time where there's a lot of WhatsApp and stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll call rarely. So then we came like to live in the same house again.
Yeah.
Around, I'm around 9, 10 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we are not understanding each other.
Yeah.
You get? And then, a lot of things as well happen in the family and stuff. And so there were like kind of conflict and separation that affected me in my perspective of like what being a man is.
Yeah.
Or even how to relate. At first, I didn't want to get involved in things related with marriage because I was thinking this thing is a scam.
Really?
Yeah.
Why did you think it's like a scam?
So it was because what happened in my family was like my parents met being in uni.
Oh.
Then, yeah, they were all in uni. Loved each other and everything, got married and everything. Then all of a sudden, my dad finished, and then all of a sudden we started getting a lot of
Guys,
cash.
just hold kidogo, man, hold.
No problem.
Don't cut. Hello?
The food.
Poa sana. Umefika? Haya, sawa. Chonikam. Ingia ndani ya kanisa. Ndani ya kanisa tupatane hapo
Is that
reception.
the events happening?
I think so. Not sure.
Eh.
I think
Sawa, hello. Naongea na nani? Ni mimi nimeoda. Uko wapi? Walkabout. Sijaweka walkabout. Walkabout iko wapi? Unajua Wonder Joy? Kuja hapa Wonder Joy.
Poa.
Kuna kanisa hapo inaitwa Harvesters. Oh, ndakuongezea kitu kidogo. Niko Harvesters. Kuna gate inaitwa Harvesters Global Church. Iko karibu na Wonder Joy. Ingia tu hapo ndani utanipata. Ndakuongeza kitu kidogo, sema Donel Mutuku. Donel Mutuku.
So you're saying
You go to there's someone who's also
calling you.
mambo ya hiyo conference payment ya kufanya. That guy is almost here.
Let me save him the day. They come. Yeah, one love and question.
Tu man amescream.
So Manu, you are at your dad all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Sorry guys by there for that. That I'll have to cut because tumekuwa now. Disruption mob. So you're talking about your dad all of a sudden, pediatrician, well known. From
Big money.
Big money.
Yeah. So all of a sudden, my dad got a lot of money and like it's affected him, changed the way he was like behaving. But apart from that, he was just busy working. So I'm growing up, and then now because of these issues, there is like quarrel between my parents, right?
Oh,
How old are you by this time?
By that time, I'm like 7,
Whoa.
6, 7.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're quarreling a lot.
So the quarrel was based, can you remember the quarrel?
So the quarrel was based, first of all, because like when this time my dad is getting much money, now I started getting like into other girls and stuff like that.
Okay.
So the quarrel started there, right? And so it started bringing like issues.
Yeah.
Then the separation started becoming bigger. It wasn't like my parents divorced, but it was just like the communication was not that good. Later on, we came back, lived in the same house and stuff, but dad is busy with work. So I'm growing up, having the stuff. I can't complain about how I grew up. Best schools, best things, drivers taking me school, taking me home, football academy. I wanted to be a footballer back then.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I went for the academy from like being young, swimming pool, like being trained. I was like, okay, they made me busy, right? As a kid, playing PS and stuff. But I can tell when we would have this conversation with my dad, right? I'm talking.
Yeah.
So then later on, I'm getting into 13, 14, teenage, smoking weed and stuff. And having this frustration that, we can't relate, actually came to a point to overhating him. As a person, right? And so now plus what you said, fast love. I was relating fast love, broken, and stuff like that.
So let me reiterate. So, first love. So can you take us back to then? What was in Manu's head? Like now looking for first love. Like what? Yeah, like the first love. Like why did you feel the need to be in a relationship or something?
I mean, you see, bro, when we are growing up, at some point you just feel like, bro, I need to get into a relationship and stuff like that.
Let's explore this.
And then all the guys at your age are getting into this relationship. So I'm just like, okay, nothing that deep. I think I was 13 and stuff. I like this babe. The babe is telling her friends that, I'm cute and stuff like that. This isn't quickly because of time. Get into these things. But for me, I felt like at that time, I wanted to love her. It was just innocent. You get, it was just innocent. It was,
and still at the same time, no one was guiding you on what actually love is or how to go about it.
Listen, you're just learning from your fellow.
Yeah,
you're just learning from what other guys are doing. You get,
from now other guys.
Yeah, your age mates.
Years and all.
Yeah, those are your dad,
Those are your mentors.
Those are your
mentors.
Those are the G's.
They're like,
G's.
listen now, go club.
Alafu, worst of all, also they're learning about relationships
From
other peers who are learning also from sites such as porn sites. Because now that's where the education comes in, or culture, or music videos.
You see, that's the thing. That's why our society is so messed up. Like we are learning the things from the wrong sources. And then we are just running with it. We're just doing the same mistakes other guys are doing, repeating the same thing, same cycle. So I was just with this guy.
Same cycle, but technified. So it's getting technified, just getting worse.
More technology.
Then technology you need.
Same thing. You see, I'm loving this babe. I mean, we are just young. I think we dated maybe for like 1 month.
1 month.
Yeah. And she was like, I think we should end up. I think I have feelings for another guy and stuff like that. That's what she told me. That's what she told me, right?
Oh my God.
And then, but she went and told that stuff about me to other people. So that's what she told me, personally. Now, for me, she told me that this thing can't work anymore, so I don't feel it anymore, right? But behind the scenes, I heard that she had feelings for another guy, blah, 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 blah. So all of that, it was like coming at like summing up with the things in my background and stuff like that. You see, frustration, hit. And so from that point, I was like, I think love doesn't exist, because like I tried.
And back at home.
Yeah, back
like
at home.
Justification, yeah. Love doesn't work even back at home.
Yeah, you're seeing it. It's not working, yeah? And then you tried, it's not working.
Yeah.
So I just became a playboy for that period of time. Since I was just playing around and doing my stuff, I'm not ugly.
You do it, bro. You do, man. You are
like, this.
I'm not like a chaser. Hey,
but then,
play all of
guys, I'll teach you a lesson.
I'll play your best friend.
Let me ask a quick question. So, kind of sort of explain to us the psychology behind it. Now you started play.
So I think the psychology behind it was like this. Okay. I'm just giving my perspective.
Yeah.
Right? It was like, I went through this breakup.
Yeah.
And then she said a lot of bad things about me. But now this babe was like the popular babe in the schools, like 2, 3, 4 schools, the babe that everybody's looking for. So I got her, and for me, I was like, I'm in love. I'll push this thing and stuff. But this thing failed up, right? With a lot of stories. So for me,
what she did, she said like a
lot of, yeah. You get?
Yeah, I relate.
For me, it was like, you know what? Let me just move forward. I think this thing doesn't work. So in every case, every relationship, you will end up breaking up, right?
Yeah.
So that was on my mind. So it's like, if you get into this thing, get what you want to get, and then bounce.
Just bounce, yeah.
But then I had the, long story short, I started messing up with girls, but the only thing in my mind was like, yo, I'm not getting in a serious, I'm not like telling the babe, let's date. I'm just giving her hopes, and then I do my stuff, and then I'm leaving. Because in my mind, I was telling myself, it was like a goal for me that I will never cheat on a girl. That's all because of my background. You get me?
Yeah.
So instead of cheating, I was like, at least we are not in anything official. We are just talking. I'm just telling you sweet things. I'm just telling you I love you and stuff. And then I mess around here and there. You get? So then I continued in that cycle for long. By now age 18, I was in a boarding school all that time, messing around with a lot of babes. By 18, my younger sister comes to that boarding school. And I had, you see, when you're in a dysfunctional family, the elder brother has to be kind of serious, kind of taking care. You get me?
Yeah.
So I
You're
have this
automatically given responsibility of being
exactly
the man of the
I'm not the firstborn,
yeah.
but there was still always that type of vibe in our house.
Yeah.
That the firstborn, the second, we were like, you had to keep and watch over the younger sibling. That's how it worked. We are still very united. So now my younger sister is coming to the same boarding school, and I didn't want her to see this side of me on babes and doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah.
So I'm like, what should I do? Because in all cases, she came and she heard a lot of story about me in that school. Yeah. But now I was like, okay, let me get involved into a relationship. Let me try to be stable in this thing, right? Get into that relationship and then ended up cheating on that babe.